Hey y'all, welcome back to Neon's Movie Reviews. I'm Neon, this is my review channel. Um, and today we're going to be talking about Underwater. This film came out earlier this year and had very mixed reactions. I was one that was very excited for it. As you can see, I'm a big Alien fan. I love space horror. I love underwater horror. Actually, I love anything in space and I love anything underwater. Like, doesn't really matter, documentary, whatever. I find them both fascinating. And this film, from the marketing, it looks like The Abyss meets Alien. Looked like a good version of Leviathan. So I was really excited. Like, I thoroughly enjoy Leviathan. I thoroughly enjoy a lot of B-movie space horror, Alien ripoffs, but most of them, pale in comparison to Alien. And so I went into this one with very high expectations, and I don't know if that probably is part of the reason why I was so let down by this, but this film, in my opinion, has two fundamental issues. Number one, throws you right into the action. You never get to know your characters, and because of that, your characters are just reacting to the situation. So like there are two characters that have a romantic relationship. They are some of the main supporting characters. They are in 90% of the movie. I did not know that they were in a romantic relationship until the final act of the movie because of dialogue. That's a problem. That's a big problem. You need, especially in something like this, you need 10 to 30 minutes of time to just introduce these characters. So that way, when the event happens that causes the destruction, that causes them to be stuck in peril, and makes them go on this dangerous journey, you understand the stakes. You understand who's already been lost, how bad that is for them. You understand what's at stake. You understand kind of what's going on. You understand what this walk means. You understand the dangers of all this stuff, instead of just seeing it in first person. Like, the characters talk about it because they know the dangers, but we as the audience never know. The other issue is the monsters. They're very Cloverfield-like, very Lovecraftian, but they're never scary. And I've seen arguments that say that's because the very first time you see one, you see that there are multiple. And to me, that's not a problem. It does make it seem like they could be weaker, but I've seen that argument stated with Alien to Aliens, and I don't agree with that. But to me, they were just never developed. They were shown too much, but not enough. And the few times that you see them truly in action and truly scary, they're kind of weak. They don't do much. There's a lot of great scenes and intense moments, but they don't amount to anything, and they just make me remember better moments in Alien or other Alien ripoffs. But yeah, I did not care for this film. It's one I will continue to rewatch, and it'll probably be one that grows on me. But yeah, I definitely have a lot of issues with it. Talk about some of most of my issues, though, are just in terms of story development. Everything else in this film is fantastic. The set design is great. The cinematography I really enjoyed. It reminded me of what's that movie called? Apollo 18. They had some really cool shots on the moon, dealing with the sand and the disruption and stuff like that. And this being at the bottom with the limited lighting and the the sand being and dust getting kicked up and everything, every step. It was really cool. Very, very claustrophobic feeling. The TJ Miller, I really enjoyed him. I thought he was a really entertaining character. Kristen Stewart. I almost said Kristen Ritter. I was like, no, that's not right. Kristen Stewart. She did a fantastic job in this. I would not. This is not a role that would make me seek her out in other things, but this is definitely a role that made me appreciate her more as an actress. She did a very good job in this. Vince Castle, he was great as always. The rest of the supporting cast were fine. It's a very well-made movie. I love their suits. Like, their suits are awesome. But yeah, just the fact that this film just throws you right into the action makes me not care about any of the events or characters that I'm being introduced to. And as opposed to me being scared for these characters' lives, I'm just sitting there waiting for each one to get picked off. But yeah, all in all, I'd probably give this a 6 out of 10, maybe even a 5 out of 10. It's completely fine, but it is not the film I wanted it to be. I definitely have a lot of issues with it. I do want to talk about one point that is a complete spoiler. So if you have not seen this movie, or if you care about spoilers, or yeah, this is not going to really change the movie if you do decide to watch this, so just bear that in mind. But this is just the reveal of what is actually going on, so I do want to talk about that. So for those of you that don't want to stick around, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, or please give this video a like, and definitely subscribe for more content, and definitely stay safe. But for everyone else, let's talk about the big reveal at the end. And so apparently they dug too deep and they woke up Cthulhu. And these monsters that are attacking everybody are the like the Shadow Men, or the I forget exactly what they're called, but they're part of the there was the Dagon movie. I'm drawing a blank on my Lovecraftian lore right now. But they're definitely, they are from one of the more famous works of Lovecraft, and they are definitely tied to Cthulhu. But I could see that, like, oh, okay, so that's, yeah, I guess that is Cthulhu. But it never felt like Cthulhu to me. And by that, I mean, like, it just felt like a Godzilla monster. It didn't feel like, for me, Cthulhu is something that should never be shown anyway. You should get glimpses, see parts of it, but never see what the whole thing is. Very much like how they did in the original Alien. You should get glimpses of this thing that kind of help you make up an idea of what you think this is, but those pieces shouldn't quite line up, and so it creates this distorted thing in your head. And with Cthulhu or any Lovecraft thing, like, the whole horror of cosmic horror is that it's indescribable. Like, most of the characters, they go insane by what they see. So seeing that at the end, it was just like, oh, okay, this is something on a Pacific Rim or, Godzilla sequel. Like, that's all it felt like. And then to blow up the station and make it seem like she wounded Cthulhu, I got some issues with that. yeah, that just does not work for me. Great concept that Cthulhu is the big beast and everything, but if you're gonna do that, like what would have been the better ending for me is have the character do the triumphant suicide, and like blow the facility up, and have Cthulhu just not even care. Either he reaches through, grabs her, does eats her, or whatever Cthulhu does. And if you go the true Lovecraft stuff, probably not going to keep a PG-13 rating if Cthulhu grabs her. But yeah, if what I would prefer is just to allow the blast to go off, have the ending be the same way it is, and then you just see Cthulhu just keep on going. Didn't even shake him. Didn't even hurt him. That would have been much better for me. But just the hint that, oh, this blast killed Cthulhu and all of his monsters just like that, kind of takes away the from the awe-inspiringness of what he is, and the indescribableness, and the fear aspect of him. It's like, oh, okay, minutes after seeing him, before he's even truly introduced, and I'm still processing what I'm looking at. Oh, okay, it's killed, and oh, well, it's kind of got the form. Is that supposed to be Cthulhu? Like, that's kind of what it was. Oh, well, I guess I'll never know. It's dead now. It felt like the ending of Spider-Man 3, where, you finally start getting a glimpse of what the Venom was supposed to be, and then bomb goes in, Eddie jumps in with it, everything is killed, and it's just like, okay, all right, I guess we're never getting the real Venom. All right, thanks guys for giving me that shitty hint of what could have been. Awesome. That's what this felt like. I will probably grow to enjoy this film over the years, but this is not going to be one of my favorite films. I can tell you that much. I will grow to enjoy it, but it will not be one of my favorites. But yeah, that about wraps this up. I just kind of wanted to talk about this film. It's a very mixed bag for me. I enjoy it, but it's mixed bag. It has a lot of issues for me. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys thought of this movie. If you guys like this, I would love to hear your arguments. If you did like the parts of this movie, let me know what they were. If you kind of feel like me and you really didn't like it for maybe the same reasons or different reasons, let me know in the comments. But that's gonna wrap this up. As always, I hope you guys stay safe. Things are getting crazy out there right now. It's just I know a lot of places things are opening back up, but just please, remember to be safe. But that's gonna wrap it up, and yeah, see ya.